On Apple Valley News now at 5, the Pasco School District making sure every student is set for success in their future. We'll show you their innovative approach to fulfilling state requirements.
Warm temperatures were cooling down with wet weather on the way. I'm tracking all the latest in my First Alert weather forecast.
And I'm Austin Reed, Letterbuck. We are live from Pendleton tonight, celebrating the reopening of the Hall of Fame Canyon Museum with the Pendleton Roundup. We've got the details coming up as your news starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. 2 men on the run for more than 24 hours after a violent incident at a Boise hospital are now in custody. Police arrested prison escapee Skylar Mead and his alleged accomplice, Nicholas Umfenauer, this afternoon. Investigators say Umfenauer ambushed corrections officers who were in the process of taking Mead from the hospital back to prison early Wednesday morning. Now again, both men are now in custody, but investigators say they may have committed more crimes while on the run.
The 2 suspects who we have been seeking were located in Twin Falls, in the Twin Falls area. There was a short vehicle pursuit, and both suspects were taken into custody separately. There were no shots fired or extensive use of force in this operation.
Detectives located the Honda Accord that was used in the escape near Leland, Idaho. Additionally, law enforcement we are investigating 2 homicides at separate locations in Nez Perce and Clearwater counties. These are potentially tied to this incident.
Now, Lewiston is the county seat of Nez Perce County, which is on the border between Idaho and Washington. That's hundreds of miles from where those 2 men were captured this afternoon. As for the officers injured at the hospital yesterday morning, they're both listed now as stable and improving. The Ellensburg City Council faced another racist speech at its latest meeting just months after being targeted by Zoom bombers. One man in person signed up under a false name to talk about the Ellensburg Police Department. Comments quickly became racist, anti-Semitic, and hateful. The crowd yelled for him to stop. The mayor gave him several warnings to stay on topic, but he was, as you see, eventually escorted out by police.
I was trying to be very protective of the individual's rights, to say what they said, but as soon as they deviated outside the bounds of the rules, you're done.
Revised rules for public comment after that Zoom bombing that we reported on happened last fall, and the mayor says if this keeps happening, they may need to put in even more restrictions. The Pasco School District is ensuring that every student is set up for success with a special transition center. It officially opened at the beginning of the school year, but the district held a ribbon cutting this afternoon. The Pasco Transition Center serves students with disabilities who are 18 to 21 years old and need a little extra help going from high school to adult life. Now, while most districts provide the extra help in schools, Pasco decided to take a more specialized and focused approach to teaching skills like independent living, career development, and more.
They need a little extra time learning those skills, having more of a focus here on the job and community access than being in the high school and focusing on the high school standards and the classes, the traditional classes that are offered there. We can really tailor it to the students' interests and needs.
And that's where the Transition Center comes in. It is free for students in the Pasco School District, and coming up tonight at 6, we're going to hear from a young adult about how this center has impacted her life. But happening right now in Pendleton, the Roundup and Happy Canyon Hall of Fame is hosting a Kick It Up event with the Pendleton Chamber of Commerce. That's where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed, who is live with much more. Austin?
Hi there, Alyssa. Good to see you, and good evening, everybody. So yeah, we are here in Pendleton. We are at the Hall of Fame Canyon Museum, and organizers are calling this the Kick It Up After 5 event. And you can see behind me, people are just now making their way to the museum because doors just opened right at 5 o'clock. I am with Casey. She is the president. Now, tell me your exact title. President of?
I'm president of the Pendleton Roundup and Happy Canyon Hall of Fame and Museum.
So tell us tonight, this is a big deal because during the winter, things are quiet, but now spring is here, summer's coming up, and we've got exciting things happening.
We do. So we shut down during the wintertime just because we don't have as many people coming around. But come spring, we open our doors, and we're open through November now. And we invite anybody to come in here. We're open Tuesdays through Saturdays now, 10 to 4. And it's really an experience when you come here. You get to experience the Pendleton Roundup and Happy Canyon and the traditions and culture that we have created in Pendleton for over 114 years now.
Well, and as many of you know, I just moved to the area, so this is my first time, and I walked in, and I kind of went around the corner. It is really big in here.
It is really big in here. Believe it or not, we started 55 years ago under the south grandstands of the Roundup grounds, and then about 18 years ago moved to this building. And so this building was built by donations, and it's 2 stories, and we have a huge exhibit space about everything Pendleton Roundup and Happy Canyon, and it's really a fun place to be.
All right, so real quick, people can come out because you're going to make a presentation, what time, around 5:45 you were saying?
Yeah, about 5:45. We'll do a welcome and introduction. We'll give away some prizes. And we just hope people come and have a good time and see what we have to offer and maybe bring back their friends and family this year.
Awesome. Casey, thank you so much. Good to meet you. Appreciate it. So come on out if you are watching us live in Northeast Oregon. I'm Austin Reed for Apple Valley News Now. Alyssa, back to you.
Thanks, Austin. We'll check in with you a bit later this evening. But for right now, let's talk about your forecast. We're mentioning it's spring now. Things are starting to open up. But Stacy, we're starting to see some changes as well.
That's right. We've been tracking breezy winds today. They're starting to calm, but still a little bit breezy here in the Tri-Cities. We saw winds today 25 to 30 miles an hour at times, but things are starting to calm, so good news. Temperatures overnight, you're going to feel a little bit cooler, but we're still on the warm side. 30s and 40s all through the area. Tri-Cities 45, 40 in Toppenish, 42 tonight in Yakima, and where Austin is in Pendleton, 38 degrees. Let's take a look at our sunrise this morning. This is when you can really see the clear skies we started out with, and then woo, those clouds started moving in, and that's what we're seeing right now on our Legends Casino Skycam. There's that cloud cover. Not seeing any showers. There were a few light showers here and there, but not too bad. 67 degrees in our sunset at a 7-11. Increasing clouds tonight. Get ready for scattered showers throughout the day tomorrow into Saturday with breezy winds possible both days. Cooler temperatures right into the weekend. Will go slightly below the average of 60 degrees, and those weekend showers will continue into the early part of next week. I'll get to all the details and time the storms out for you coming up in just a few minutes. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. Police in Moxie have now arrested a 36-year-old man after a baby died in the hospital earlier this month. So police say on March 11th, they got a call about a baby having a medical emergency. They raced them to the hospital, but the baby did not survive. Now, police say they investigated that death. They found probable cause to arrest that 36-year-old man for homicide by abuse. Now, the police department is not publicly identifying him because the Yakima County prosecutor, has to decide whether or not to officially file charges in this case. Now, the Yakima Valley Special Investigations Unit has released more information about the police shooting in Yakima last week. The person who was shot has been identified as 31-year-old Victor Gomez of Yakima. He was treated and released from the hospital the same day the shooting happened. Investigators found probable cause to arrest Gomez, and he was booked into the Yakima County Jail based on charges filed by prosecutors. Now, he was charged with second-degree assault, second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm, possession of a stolen vehicle, and possession of a stolen firearm, as well as attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle. His arraignment is scheduled for March 29th. The officer who shot Gomez has been identified as Alan Martinez, who has been with the Yakima Police Department since 2020. He's currently on administrative leave, which is typical in cases of police firing their weapons. We'll take a look at this. Fire destroyed a home in Toppenish overnight. This was over near Weirman and North Track Road, northwest of the city. Firefighters got that call around 10 last night, but crews made a safety call to just let the house burn. And after firefighters pulled their hoses out of the house, we're told it collapsed. No word yet on what sparked the flames there. The fire early this morning in Benton County is also under investigation. This happened near East Finley and East Schuster Roads. Benton County Fire District 1 posted these pictures on its Facebook page. The firefighters say they were called out just before 4 this morning to a 20-by-20 metal shop on fire. Witnesses reported 2 people and a dog were either inside the shop or outside of it when that fire started. The sound of tires popping alerted them to the fire. One person grabbed a hose to try to fight the flames, but the fire eventually caused the collapse of a loft area. Now, everyone did get out safely from that building, but again, on this one, there is no word on what started that either. On Capitol Hill today, lawmakers in Congress unveiled the $1.2 trillion government funding package they're hoping will avert a partial government shutdown. This would increase both border and defense funding. Top Democrats and Republicans in Congress are trying to pass the legislation before tomorrow's deadline, but they are going to face some challenges. House Republican Party rules typically require 72 hours for members to be able to review the bill before a vote. And over in the Senate, an objection from just one senator could derail a quick vote. Now, if lawmakers in Congress miss the deadline, which is Friday, it might not impact government operations too much because they do have the weekend to continue working before people will start to see a difference on Monday. Looking locally tonight, there is one more meeting that's underway right now for the Benton-Franklin Council of Governments to get input on bicycle networks in the Tri-Cities as they are working on a regional development plan. They're looking for feedback on a couple of different areas. First, the barriers to biking in the Tri-Cities, then any connections that you're looking for around the region, and frequently traveled routes. The Council of Governments will then work to fill those gaps.
We're doing a current infrastructure analysis, so looking at all of the region's facilities, whether that's bike lanes or bike paths, seeing where there's gaps, identifying those gaps, and then helping jurisdictions see where they can get funding to fill in those gaps.
So Benton and Franklin counties between them currently have 44 miles of trails in urban areas. While there's a lot of recreational biking, the Council of Governments is hoping to see more people actually commute by bicycle. Apple Valley News Now spoke with Aaron Breich about the regional bike plan meeting that happened in Richland last night. He said it had just about record attendance, with around 30 people showing up to participate in the discussions. Now, he also included that it was good to hear perspectives from people who use their bikes as their only mode of transportation. Again, if you're interested, there's one more meeting left that is happening right now. It started at 5. It goes until 7 at the Mid-Columbia Library in Kennewick.
So we have done an active transportation plan in the past. We were splitting it into 2 documents now. So this year we're doing the regional bike plan, and then next year will be the regional pedestrian plan. So this year is the bike plan. We're holding a kickoff series for people to be able to give their input at the very front of the planning process rather than, say, during the middle or the very end.
And once the Council of Governments has its initial feedback, it's going to make a working group, then release an official survey coming up in May. And with that survey feedback, the plan will be developed throughout the summer. They're hoping to have a draft finished by October. And according to officials, that plan would be adopted potentially by the board in December of this year. And as you heard, next year, the Benton-Franklin Council of Governments is looking towards starting work on a regional pedestrian plan as well. It is good weather to take a walk as long as you can handle some wind, but Stacy is tracking changes in your first alert forecast. That's coming up in just a moment.
I'm Emily Goodell with Apple Valley News Now. The Washington Secretary of State's office is delivering dozens of Dungeons & Dragons starter kits to libraries across the state. The first dropped off in West Valley by none other than the Washington Secretary of State himself. That's coming up.
Hey Google, take me to Lookout Point.
Okay, navigating to Lookout Point. Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $750 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac models.
So, all of us are here to talk about trading. Right now at US Cellular, you can get a new phone without having to trade in your old one.
Trade you my PB&J for that phone.
No, kid, you don't have to trade. See, $830 off any phone at US Cellular. No trade-in needed.
You drive a hard bargain. Boom. Chocolate milk.
You don't have to trade. I'll take the chocolate milk.
Okay.
Get $830 off any phone. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through March 31st, receive rebates up to $1,600 off on a new Daikin Fit system and thermostat when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Jax, what are you thinking? Grandpa told me to mark down the prices. Hartley, what are you doing? Grandpa told me to test out the beds.
My brother and sister are crazy, but so is my grandpa. I love coming to our family furniture store at Meredith Furniture because I get to take naps on all of the Beauty Rest beds. But the main reason most of you guys come into Meredith Furniture is for all the great prices on Beauty Rest mattresses. Meredith Furniture on South First and Washington, right next to Hobby Lobby.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
Sweet Creek Falls on Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back. A family of 6 hikers, 2 kids and 4 adults, are safe tonight. They had to be rescued after they got stranded in the Mount Hood National Forest in Oregon. So the group started at the Salmon River Trailhead on Tuesday. They hiked approximately 8 miles and 3,500 feet in elevation, but around sundown, they realized they were lost. They activated the SOS feature on an iPhone to try to get help. Now, the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says the SOS did give them coordinates, but because of the snow and the rough terrain, it took around 24 hours to get that family finally rescued. Role-playing games have exploded in popularity in recent years. They can be expensive and intimidating to start, though. The West Valley Library has been working on starting its own Dungeons and Dragons Club, and Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us that day is finally here.
Not only are they starting their own D&D club, but soon people will be able to check out their very own D&D starter kit that they'll be able to use to build a campaign, adventure with friends, and fight evil. Community Library Supervisor Rebecca Sofer says she started playing D&D during the pandemic as a way to connect with friends. And when she became a librarian, she thought a D&D club would be a good fit.
I really saw the connections between literacy and building math and social skills and even empathy, and it just really struck me how the library is such a great way for different people to come together and to learn and to stretch their imagination.
Their first Dungeons and Dragons Club meeting planned for April 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. The first of 75 starter kits being distributed to libraries across the state was dropped off at West Valley Library by none other than Washington's Secretary of State, Steve Hobbs, who tells me he's been playing D&D since before it was cool, since when it started in 1974 with the first edition. That's coming up at 6. In West Valley, I'm Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, I've been talking about the changes in the weather for the last couple of days, and well, here it is. This is our pattern change. That ridge of high pressure that brought that sunny skies and the warm conditions, well, it's out of here, and we've got a low pressure system moving across the area. Now, rain chances increase along the coast and in the Cascades, and then some of those will start to slip on through to our area, and we'll see chances of light rain through the day Saturday, even some light snow showers. The snow isn't going to be substantial, shouldn't impact your travel, but expect anywhere from 1 to 4 inches over the weekend across the Cascade Mountains. Here's our future cast beginning tomorrow at 11. This is when we'll start to see some of those showers moving into the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, as well as the foothills of the Blues, the Walla Walla area. area. Kind of hit and miss in the Tri-Cities. We could see a couple of sprinkles here and there. Heavier rain showers, though, towards the Yakima, Ellensburg. And those showers will start to move on into the Columbia Basin by early Saturday morning and throughout the day on Saturday. Saturday morning should be wet here in the Tri-Cities, and maybe some heavy showers and a couple of snowflakes there in the Blue Mountains. Pretty unsettled, as you can see going through. Here's our snow showers across the Cascades on Saturday night, and then we'll see another round coming Sunday into Monday. Now, how much rain are we going to get? Not a lot. We do need the rain over here in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys, about a ½ an inch possible in some regions, about less than a ¼ of an inch for the Columbia Basin, maybe some rain there in Dayton. A lot of folks are talking about the drought right now, and we are seeing some drought conditions developing. We're dry in the foothills of the Blues. We're okay right now in the Columbia Basin, but up towards Yakima, Kittitas Valley, Cle Elum area, it's dry there and through the Columbia River Gorge. Now, this is today's latest report. That's going to change as weather starts to get warmer. We're also tracking breezy to gusty winds, and we'll see those winds picking up again overnight on Saturday, Friday into Saturday night. Saturday day, look for very gusty winds in the Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues, and then we'll see those winds start to pick up Saturday night through the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. So a little bit of windy conditions to deal with. Right now, we've got our Dust Devil sky cam with a few clouds in the sky. Not a bad looking night, and it looks like our traffic is a little bit backed up as you get near Road 68. Temperature trend for the next 24 hours. We'll see those temperatures dropping into the 40s, back up to the 60s by midday, so not hitting the 70s. Yakima will get down to about 42 overnight, and then we climb back up to the 60s as we get through your day tomorrow, with showers expected on and off throughout the day, but mainly in the evening hours. Tonight, cloudy, winds diminishing. As you can see, temperatures all through the area in the 40s. Our weekend forecast, if you're hitting the road, look for a wet day, or wet days, I should say, in Seattle. You could have a little bit of snow across that pass, so make sure you check that. A little more active weather going on in the Portland area, the Oregon coast. Going to see some rain going on this weekend. And if you're heading up to any of the basketball stuff in Spokane, look for some rain showers there, so grab that umbrella. Here's your 7-day planning forecast for Yakima. Again, breezy winds, temperatures dropping into the 50s with those overnight lows staying above freezing. That's the good news. Here's what it looks like in the Tri-Cities for the next 7 days. Breezy to windy with a chance of rain. Walla Walla, you're going to have a lot more rain towards foothills of the Blues, and possible rain showers through Wednesday. And in Hermiston, 60s dropping to the 50s with showers on the way. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. The Biden administration says they found a way to wipe out even more student debt. We're talking numbers next on Apple Valley News Now at 5.
Jessica Jalor, Good Morning Northwest. Weekday mornings from 5 to 7.
You work hard for your money, and now you can get money back on state taxes you already paid with the Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
Tonight, the Texas immigration law on hold. So what happens next? Plus, the growing divide over a Rafah ground incursion by Israel. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
The Honda you want is here, driving the moment with the rugged and capable Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot. Find your adventure with great offers now available on the Honda you want. All from the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
See, Alice, it's snowy and cold out here, but in Triple Play's toasty indoor water park, people are happy and warm.
This is snow?
Right, boy, she's never seen it.
It's cold and sticks to my feet.
This stuff rules!
Ah, look, she made a snowroid.
That is clearly a snow stand.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Who is that?
My Aunt Shirley.
With Dish, get the same TV bill every month for 2 years.
Hello? Oh God, I think someone's coming.
No price hikes, no surprises. Because surprising TV shows are great. Surprising TV bills, not great.
Let's get you some fresh water.
The 2-year TV price guarantee from Dish. Tuned in to you.
Take advantage of the tax credits you can, including the annual Washington State Working Families Tax Credit. You can get money back on state taxes already paid. Visit workingfamiliescredit.wa.gov.
The White House says President Joe Biden has canceled another $5.8 billion of student loan debt. That latest round of relief impacts nearly 78,000 public sector workers through the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Qualifying borrowers include teachers, social workers, some nurses and doctors, and government lawyers who have made 10 years of monthly payments on their loans. So far, Biden has canceled nearly $144 billion of federal student loan debt for nearly 4 million borrowers. Now let's take a look outside. Current conditions on your Thursday evening. We'll talk about your final first alert forecast next.
ET and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra.
Get a great deal on a great-looking lawn and a really comfortable ride. Introducing Kubota Z200 Series mowers with a new K-Ride comfort system. Designed to optimize your ride so you have everything you need to glide your way to a perfectly manicured lawn. Right now, get a Kubota Z200 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
The Honda you want is here. So drive in the moment with the versatile CR-V or Accord. Both named a Car and Driver 10 Best. And when you drive a Honda, you're driving with the 2023 Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com Best Value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is celebrating 29 years with a $150,000 anniversary Jeep giveaway. Beep beep, win a Jeep for $20,000 cash. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries every day, or download our mobile app. Play the game and win bonus Jeep entries. Play with your Club Wildcard to earn entries and win up to $1,600 every Friday and Saturday. Then drive off in a new Jeep Wrangler or take home $20,000 cash on Saturday, March 30. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often. Celebrating 29 years.
Why do you Goodwill? Well, there are countless reasons.
I come for the thrill of a deal, and I never miss out on the 50% off tag.
I like to hunt the bins for hidden gems.
Goodwill lets you define your style with unique gifts and treasures around every corner.
And giving back to your community just feels wonderful.
With hundreds of reasons to shop at Goodwill, you can feel great about knowing 95.7 cents of every dollar you spend helps your community. Goodwill. Donate, shop, impact locally.
Native Americans serve in the military at a higher percentage than any other group. My name is Stephanie Stoops. I'm a Navy veteran. I'm enrolled in the Kalispel tribe. I always knew that I was depressed. Even the thought of opening up to anybody is so scary, but it's so necessary. Healing from traumatic experiences has allowed me to actually explore who am I, because I actually like me.
Walla Walla Regional Airport, the gateway to your next vacation. As spring and summer travels approach, plan your flights through Walla Walla Airport. We offer free parking, and we have 2 Alaska flights to Seattle daily, making your travel easy and convenient. Take the time off, explore the world, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Walla Walla Airport, your connection to your next vacation. Book today. AlaskaAir.com, your destination awaits.
Man, welcome back. Let's take a look at our screen right now. Our viewer photo of the day. We were trying to figure out what kind of blossom that is. What do you think?
Too hard for me to tell, but it is a flowering tree. You're right.
There you go. Well, thanks, Ken. And he does say day 1 of spring, and bam, everything blossoms on cue. Now, here's how you get your weather photo on. Just go with your phone and take a little snapshot of that QR code, the right side of your screen. It'll take you right to the right place to add your photograph. So great job, Ken. Thanks for sharing. Keep those photos coming. I know everybody's trees are blooming, flowers are coming out, and we're going to start to see some, well, different kind of sunsets in the next couple of days. Love to see those. Let's take a look at the temperatures for tomorrow. Planning your day out the door. You're going to be in the 40s. You're going to be a little overcast, and then we'll hit the 60s by noon. We are going to see some breezy winds picking up later in the day, so those temperatures may feel cooler than they appear on the thermometer. So just so you know.
So hairspray and a jacket.
Hairspray and a jacket. Good news.
Thanks, Stacey. And thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next. We're back tonight at 6.